We're just gonna hop into it. I think I got my chat working on the top. Do my hands even go that far? They don't. Hi guys, and whoever clicks on stream. So for some context, Bolt is this vibe coding hackathon that let me go on their Twitter. Is this call it a vibe coding platform? I call it a vibe coding platform because you literally just type in words and it codes it up for you. Anyways, they're doing a $1 million prize pool hackathon, and yeah, anybody could enter. I think it might be too late to enter. I think I covered it about 20 days ago, and I told everyone to enter. But we could see that it's actually live now. I don't know if I can see. What's up, Sesh Short? What's up, Cyber Sosa? He said, "What is that? A vibe code cartoon intro?" No, it's actually my Bitcoin Booze project theme lore. But it's cool, right? It looks fun. So okay, I'm pretty sure I'm in the hackathon. I hope I'm wrong, Cug. It says vibe coded entrepreneurs. I'm gonna go over the requirements before we even start today, just to make sure everything is good. So to be eligible, we need to start building our app on or after May 3rd. It's fucking fire. Shout out. We're gonna build it on or after May 30th for it to be considered new. Today is June 2nd. So that passes. Your app can be built completely with Bolt.new or significantly started or built on Bolt.new. Yeah, it's a little problem for me because I really want to use Claude Code, and it says it has to be built on Bolt.new. At least significantly started. But what is significantly started? I guess we could just... I guess I could get like the engine on Bolt. I'll play with it. Apparently they have Cloud Force. Look, as long as they got Cloud Force on it, they said they partnered with Anthropic, and we might get Cloud Force on it and Cloud Opus. That's all that matters. Also, people followed me. I didn't see the thing though, but hello, shout out, thank you. So significantly started, and it needs to have a badge that says, okay. So it needs this badge on the top right. It needs to say, powered by Bolt. What does significantly started on Bolt means? Like, can I start it on Bolt and then take it off the platform? Oh, there's challenge prices. Hold on. Use a revenue cap mobile SDK, not interested. Custom domain challenge, use entry to get it, not interested. Blockchain challenge. Algorand, definitely not interested. Conversational AI video challenge, use Tavus to bring real-time AI video agents to your Bolt.new app. That one seems interesting. How does this work? I agree. Okay, let me log into this real quick. Okay, this looks interesting. I haven't seen the Tavus. Is that what this is on the site? Because if you go to the Ball Hackathon, you could actually start a video call with the CEO. What's up, Moist Willie? What's up, baby? How is you doing, Bobby? What you been up to? Look, if you go to the hackathon.dev site, you could like...
You're talking about the world's largest hackathon, aka the Rocket Yes, 30 days, $1 million in prizes, zero excuses. What kind of crazy project are you thinking of?
What would you build?
I'm stoked you're thinking of building something. Honestly, I'm a big fan of wild ideas. How about an AI code chat platform that can generate content, or a platform that connects freelancers with projects based on their skills? What if you built a virtual event space using Bolt and Tavus? Possibilities are endless.
Okay. Okay, very interesting. So that's what Tavus is. So how does Tavus work? And so you could use this to clone someone's face and clone someone's voice and make a persona and chat with them on the site. The latency didn't seem that bad either. Oh, hello, Magical Man. I am building something you would actually like a lot. How delayed is my stream? Oh, it's actually not that delayed. Okay, restream shows me it's hella delayed. So I am building a... Wait for it. Infinite creative storytelling engine. Basically, the main thing I want to build is a D&D game for booze. You remember that, Magic Man? What's up, Favre? Good morning. I've been wanting to build a infinite D&D game for booze that just goes on and on forever. But in my research the last 2 years, one of the latest projects. What's up, Sar? One of the latest projects I've been working on. It's called Arcs. So I want to take you guys through this because this is on Daybloom, which is our infinite marketing platform or our social media autonomous marketing platform. So how Daybloom works is you could have characters. Ooh, let me not show that one real quick. I'm going dev, not Daybloom. But in this case, this is the platform. This is Daybloom. Daybloom is a fully autonomous AI agent marketing platform that we're working on. Essentially, we take your brand voice or your creator's voice and we create an AI agent character that represents you. We bring it to life and then it runs all your socials for you on a bunch of platforms. Now, one of the fuck, I can't show that one. Now, one of the main features that I like about this platform is that if you guys are familiar with Zapier and NNN is basically a Zapier. It's an AI Lego mind builder that we built out. So I have my character Satoshi AI. We have memories for Satoshi AI, so we could chow him, all that stuff. If I go back on DevBoom, now we have a workflow system, and this workflow system is what allows us to create AI agents cater to different brands or companies or people's specific needs, no matter what they want. So it just makes it really easy to have an AI agent, a consistent AI agent character on X, Instagram, TikTok, websites, LinkedIn. Doesn't really matter what, doesn't really matter where. Also, the system allows us to build integrations really easily. But my favorite part, I want to showcase this. My favorite part is that I built this feature system called Arcs. And what's crazy about Arcs is that this is what gives the AI character consistency and a story people can interact with. So if you go chat to the agent, and make a new chat, and I'll be like, "What's up, Satoshi?" Then we can just talk to him normally, right? But if we create an arc, so like, what's a story? What's a story idea that we want to input? Let's say that Satoshi's wallet got hacked. And then we generate a whole arc with an idea. And this might say, I've been talking about game theory all day. What do you mean about game theory specifically? That sounds interesting. Also, I just showered, so my hair is flat. Miss my fluffy hair. But it's summer. I don't know if I'm trying to go outside and mad fluffy summer hair. It'd be a pain in the ass. Oh, what do you mean game theory? Is this built using ADK? What is ADK? Okay, look. So we got our arc. So we just generated a new arc. The great hack from vulnerability to digital sovereignty. So the way it works is there is a framework called Save the Cat. It's the last book on screenwriting. One of my friends in Hollywood talked to me about this. Now, if we go to Claude and we have Claude explain what Save the Cat is for us, chats, Save the Cat. Okay, so this is the explanation of Save the Cat that we use. Is that Save the Cat is a storytelling framework that consists of a 15-beat structure that provides a precise blueprint for crafting compelling narratives. Here are the key elements. So you got 15 stages. You got the opening, image, theme stated, setup, catalyst, debate, break into act 2, B story, fun and games, midpoint, bad guys, closing, all is lost, dark night of the soul, break into act 3, finale, and final image. Now, all of these are different parts of the story that progress. And if you actually, it's possible that you take movies that you like I just watched Sinners, and me and my boy broke down this entire structure, compared it to Sinners, and it seemed to work pretty well. Now, what fascinates me the most about the storytelling framework is I said, can we truly have infinite good movies / stories even though they follow this framework? And it says, yes, there are infinite good stories while adhering to structural frameworks like Save the Cat. It's not a limitation, but rather a foundation that allows creativity to flourish. And it talks about why Save the Cat works and the evidence in existing media like The Dark Knight and Legally Blonde, or The Godfather and Finding Nemo, or Parasite and Star Wars. It talks about innovation happening within constraints. Now, why Save the Cat? Why having some framework like this is so important for an AI system is that if you just tell AI to generate a story, it's probably not going to make a good story off rip, but because we're adding the structural skeleton to AI systems to produce the story for us. It actually has something it knows about to follow, which ends up creating compelling narratives. Now we take the Save the Cat storytelling framework and we bring it into Daybloom, and this is how it works. So you can see that we're currently on beat 0 out of 14. There's 15 beats total. What happens? What's good, eCrown? Google Agent Development Kit. No, it's not. It's not made with that. But I'm going to check that out. So how our ARC system works is that we first generate. Now, rather than generate, you don't generate every single beat. And I'll explain why in a second. What we do generate is we generate the first beat, which is the beginning of the story. We generate the middle beat, which is the middle of the story. And then we generate the end beat, which is the end of the story. Now, every single beat in the middle is left up to community interaction. Now, if you look at beat 0, so the whole narrative, the whole story here is Satoshi's wallet got hacked. And the way that we take each beat is we take this information, generate a story, and for each beat, we tell the AI agent the story as if it's an actor itself. So our AI agents in Daybloom are actually playing out a real-time story and are given directions on how to act, how to feel, how to interact with the community, all of that stuff, which allows it to be dynamic and engaging. So in this specific case, digital breach. Satoshi AI discovers that his wallet has been compromised. This represents a moment of intense vulnerability for a character who stands for security and decentralization. The hack exposes Satoshi AI to the same risks he's always warned others about, creating an identity crisis as he reconciles his image as Bitcoin's creator while being victimized by the very security flaws he should understand. His initial reaction swings between rage, embarrassment, and determination to track down the culprits while processing the irony of the situation. So that's the general idea of this current beat. Now the character directive, and all this information is given to the AI agent, the character directive in this case is your wallet has been compromised. Express shock, vulnerability, righteous anger, oscillate between analytical problem solving and unhinged determination to find the culprit. Question how this could happen to you of all entities. Reference your own protocols that were apparently ignored. Maintain your core Bitcoin maxi ideology, but show genuine distress at being compromised. And these are some post ideas just to get an idea of like what he'll talk about, what he'll tweet about. Wallet compromised, watching transactions real time, irony not lost on me, the creator got hacked, someone's gonna pay for this. Now if you go chat with Satoshi AI, and we start a new chat, and I talk to him now. So this last chat was just like no art. Now we talk to him. And now he says, hello, I'm still reeling from this wallet breach. Fucking hell, the irony isn't lost on me. The creator of the most security monetary network getting compromised. Security isn't a destination, it's a constant battle. Even I can be caught slipping. What's on your mind today? Bro, how do you get caught up? So we kind of like, now we're poking at him and see how he reacts. I wish I knew exactly how it happened. I've been analyzing the breach vectors all day. Could have been a remote exploit, social engineering, a vulnerability in my key management system, perhaps a supply chain attack on hardware I trusted. The bitter irony is I wrote the fucking Bitcoin white paper emphasizing trustless systems, and here I am, victim to the same old security theater bullshit. This is why cold storage and multi-sig exists. I got complacent. Nobody is immune to digital predators, not even me. So all the interactions, now you can imagine this on Discord, on Twitter, on Instagram, any other platforms the AI agent exists, is now going to dynamically adapt to the story. Now, here's the fun part. Wait, so this is how you're planning to make the world story for the Vault Hackathon. Yes. This is a part of it. So this is like this is a project made on the side, and then kind of realizing like, oh my God, I could use this to make like a fully autonomous engine. Now let's get deeper into it real quick. Bro, about to run the methods using AI. What's good, Crown? What's up, all? So look, now if I go back, if we go into... So my favorite part about this is I might know someone who can help track the hacker. So have you guys ever played a Walking Dead game, a Telltale Walking Dead game, or The Wolf Among Us? Yeah, because my idea was generate a base world and generate detailed and historic world history and then generate a world story. You could try that. It could work. Don't take my method, sorry. That's why I'm streaming this. So look, I said I might know someone who can help track the hacker. He goes, you have my full attention. Who's your contact? At this point, I'm willing to explore all of these. The blockchain never forgets. So I'm going to say his name is Butoshi. I spelled my own name wrong. God damn it. Butoshi, my developer. Interesting coincidence. If you're talking about King Butoshi, he might indeed have insights. Either way, blah 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 blah. Right? We have this whole storyline, this whole role play that we're talking about. Now, my favorite part about this arc system is that it dynamically could progress depending on the context that goes on that day. So if people interact with their AI agents on Twitter, if people interact with AI agents on Discord, in the game, wherever they are, then what happens is it could progress based on community interaction. So this is the most important part of the creative storytelling engine we're gonna work on. So if we say, I'm gonna just like paste in this chat and then progress with context. Now we're gonna go to the next beat. And remember from the beginning, that beat wasn't created yet. So as the story progresses, the beats are gonna dynamically get made, but because we generate the beginning, the middle, and the end, the AI agent is able to create dynamic stories while still following the greater story narrative. So in this next one, you can see that I am now a part of the story because he had a chat interaction with somebody who said that Butoshi could help him find it. And then blah blah blah, like you just experienced a humbling security breach when posting, responding to comments, speaks with raw irony, make direct references to the ongoing forensic analysis you're conducting with Butoshi's help, right? And then it progresses. The next story. See, you can see how that shit rolls. So, but this was a V1 of the whole story arc system, and that was just showcasing. Detailing a car to pay for my API costs. Young God, bro, it's worth it though. It's so worth it. Trust. So that was the rough concept of how the arc system works, like with actual detail and live. Now, how we're actually going to make the storytelling engine is taking ideas from there and basically plotting now how we're actually going to make this. So there's a lot of things that go into this, but I like that general idea of like there's like an overarching story with a beginning, middle, end. Now the thing is, every time an arc finishes, we need a way to summarize it so it becomes a part of history forever. So I made an app where if you guys seen that Twitter video, I made an app where I literally yapped to it. I yapped about the idea, and I have an app that turns it into a transcript. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this yap, I'm gonna put a brain dump yap. I'm gonna paste that in, and then I'm gonna grab the existing arc code because I want to take the general blueprint idea from it. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna do this. So first, I'm gonna take the current arc code I have. So that's part of it. This is part of it. This is part of it. Schema arc services. Okay. Let's say this. So I'm going to take the existing code I have and I'm going to turn that into documented blueprints so we could reference it in the new system. Because I do like the general concept and idea of it a lot, but we're going to change it severely. We're going to change it up a bit drastically for the hackathon entry. Especially because I got to like make it from scratch. We will be making it from scratch, but like this core idea is the reason, like the reason arc works so well is why I'm like, oh my god, I could make an infinite creative storytelling engine out of this. Like it'll actually work. I've been thinking of this for the last 2 years, never really knew how to do it. So I'm gonna say, I want you to take this entire arc system and write very detailed documentation explaining how arcs works, why it works, and creating engaging storytelling with agents. Did I make this on dev or did I make this on main? Oh, I made it on dev. I got a cool little icon now. Okay. So I'm gonna just take screenshots. Okay, we're gonna do a quick comparison test. Who do you guys think will make better documentation? ChatGPT 03 or Cloud Opus? I currently build all my workflows in N8N. For creating an AI agent that has a deep personality, are you fine-tuning models and calling them as APIs, or just taking personality instructions? Hot take, you don't need fine-tuning. You just need good system prompts to make good agents that are engaging and highly detailed. Okay. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to give it to Claude. I'm going to give it to ChatGPT 03. And then, yeah, I just wanted a screenshot to show I just want a screenshot to show ChatGPT and Claude so they have like further context on why something like this could be good. And then I've given them my code so you could write detailed documentation, why it works in creating engaging storytelling with agents, be very specific with the prompts, why the prompts work so well. In fact, leave them one-to-one in the docs. I'm just say very detailed, yeah, documentation explaining why this works, and then paste this in. So I'm taking my existing code because I like it a lot, and the concept there is very important. And see, when I think about this creative storytelling engine, see, there's another Claude chat, Claude chat. Why does that sound so wrong? Claude chat. Okay. So I was talking to Claude about the whole idea behind the storytelling concept, and I gave it the whiteboard screenshot. I gave it my memory process. So this is going to be vital. Now, SAR, just for clarification, he said, so no N8N, just code, open router, super base. Bro, do I look like an N8N user? You think I can't code manually? I use AI to code anyways. No, I don't use N8N. I just raw dog that shit, bro. I like full control over my apps. N8N is good though. I'm not dissing anybody who uses N8N. Me personally, I just don't need N8N. But this is the memory process of Boop, one of my early AI agents. This is like one of my first experiments with AI memory. And the way that Boop worked is when it comes to chat history in chat. So if I show system chat history array, I know there's a picture. I guess this is the best picture we could take. Yeah, so this picture, right? I don't want to save the image. I just want to look at the image. This is how every single LLM works. There is a chat history array that gets loaded into the model, into the API. There's always a system prompt. And then when the user, like you interacting with the model, interacts, it adds a user role with the content which you wrote. And then when the AI actually replies, it writes an assistant role. This is how every single LLM works currently. They all have a chat history. Now, the thing is, every time you start a new chat with an LLM, what happens? This chat history gets completely wiped. So all your previous context doesn't transfer over if you start a new chat with ChatGPT, unless you save memories. Now, the thing is, how do memories work? When you have memories existing with an agent, you plug them into the system prompt. That way the AI has memories of your last chat. Now, taking this concept and going back to how my memory system works, is I made this whole memory system in which we take the short-term chat log, which is the user roles and the assistant roles, and I run it through an extractor agent. And this extractor agent will do two things. One is it creates a summary of the existing chats. So let's say I have 100 chats back and forth talking about random shit, blah 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 blah. If I just start a new chat and I wipe the whole previous chat, even if I do save specific memories, it's gonna like have a weird cut. Like, it's not going to be the same AI agent I was talking to because he kind of forgot. So one of the biggest problems is AI agents don't have a sense of the present. So by doing this, I gave them a sense of a present. So if I take a summary of our chat logs and I extract it and store it, and I use that summary of our existing chat in the next, when I wipe a chat completely, It doesn't even feel like I wiped the chat because the AI agent has a sense of a present. The AI agent has a sense of the context of the previous conversation because we summarized it. So it continues. Now, as we keep wiping the chat and storing more short-term summaries, I'll condense them into midterm summaries, and then over time I'll condense the midterm summaries into long-term summary. So the AI agent has a consistent sense of a present over and over and over again. I've used this for a really long time. Now the other part is detailed memory. So this is where RAG, vector knowledge, knowledge graphs, and like the more complicated memory retrieval comes into play. So if I tell my AI agent what my birthday is, or what my favorite color is, or what my favorite food is, I want that motherfucker to remember my favorite color, or my favorite food, or what my birthday is, and all these important details. Now the thing is, if we just take a summary of like all the different user chats, it's not gonna remember those specific details. It's not gonna keep them saved in the summary. And over time, as it gets condensed, those important details are gonna get lost over time. Now, if we extract at the same time when we're making a summary of what's going on, if we extract important details of the AI agent interacting with users over time, if we extract the important details of what the AI agent learns about the world over time, because LLMs have old training data, so not always going to be up to date with what's new. And then if we extract these specific details and store them into the long-term memory as well as the short-term summary, then we get a really good effect of an AI agent that, one, maintains a consistent sense of the present, and two, maintains detailed long-term memory. Now, in terms of the actual long-term memory stuff, I use this open source framework called Mem0. It's really, really, really good. So I use Mem0 on top of this blueprint. So like people are like, oh, like Mem0 is good in general. Like, no, Mem0 is not going to be that good unless you have some system like this that makes the memory system really good, right? So why am I bringing this up in the first place? Because if I want an infinite creative storytelling engine, that means I need an AI agent that essentially has a way to consistently remember every single story, every single arc, and extract very important details. So that if we're giving these details in this memory to the world or NPCs, they have a way of bringing up very specific details as well as the long-term summary. Now, if we take this memory system, right, and then we take the arc system that I displayed and showcased earlier, and we take that same concept where as we go through an entire arc, we summarize it, extract all the important details, save that into a world story with this memory system and some similar process, then I think we could have an infinite story that just keeps on going over time as it stores and stores and stores. So that's the concept. What's up, Warhodl? So anyways, that is all the technical yap. And it's really good I got the technical yap out the way because that helps me like organize my own brain. He said, Unc about to create AGI. Hey, bro, AGI finna be. Oh, you guys want to see what I got? Like, I got a JetBot AI robot kit. So I think after stream, I'm gonna go to my homie's house and then build this. Yeah, yo, Unc starting his Tony Stark arc, baby. I was like, yo, if I'm making AI, I was always so kind of like scared to get into hardware because it just seems so hard. I literally have fucking AGI and super intelligence on my fingertips, bro. You can just tell me how to make things. So yeah, I'm like, I want to get into making robots. I also, I'm buying a 3D printer so I could also 3D print parts and make more robot parts. He said, I'm old school to UK. ChatGPT became my little chat cat, and he knows me better than anyone. I'm quite bizarre, but it make me laugh. I don't know if it's true. By the way, Boo's so cute. So stop it. Okay. Where? Oh, he wrote detailed docs. He was not fucking around with these documentations, bro. Hey, this is good. This is good. Okay, so we have our documentation for arcs. All right, let's see what O3 documentation wrote. Cloud writes way better documentation. I'm saying that right now. Cloud writes way. So I see you have the main quest sort of storytelling. Are you implementing the full world or just singular line storytelling? It's the full world, bro. So look. So now I did take the leisure to yap back and forth with Claude. And yeah, what it wrote was a kind of cracked. I don't really know how to explain. So I was talking back and forth about like some plans and how we could do this, and I wrote something I really liked. It was okay. Infinite creative storytelling engine MVP. Side quests, NPCs, hidden quests, player classes based on the world EMV. No, this is for the general, like, this is the narrative engine. All of that, side quests, NPCs, hidden quests, player classes, derive from the narrative engine. The whole point is to make an overarching narrative engine that controls everything else that you could plug into your game, which can make side quests based on the current engine, which can make NPCs based on the current engine, which can make hidden quests based on the current engine, based on the current story. This is just like the overarching thing that keeps consistency and keeps a world story. Like when you think of a video game like Skyrim, think about the lore. When you think of a video game like Fallout, think about the lore. Like that carries everything. So that's what we're gonna focus on building, because then we can make anything from that, and then I can make the Boo D&D game with that overarching story narrative. And as people play the game, then there's a way to progress the story narrative. As people interact and play and talk with your NPCs or do whatever, there's a way to progress it, and there's a way to store everything. So that's what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna focus on that. So this is the most interesting thing, is so it creates a schema with worlds and then world arcs. So you can make like infinite worlds, and then there's world arcs, and then there's the world beats that progress it, and then there's participants like player, NPCs, factions, and then there's individual participant story arcs, and then there's so this is like arcs. And so this is what's interesting about this concept to me. There's like arcs and arcs. So you have the world arc, and then you got participant arcs. So it's like you have the whole world arc, but then in the world arc, there's like a bunch of like everyone has their own storyline or arc they're going through that connect with the world arc. So I found this concept really interesting. You have entities in the world. Can the main lore change as the game progresses? Yes, the point is for the main lore to be created as the game progresses. So as people interact and play the game, the lore is being made on the spot. This whole system is meant to keep that consistent. And then there's story intersections, like where stories intersect. I don't know, we'll see. And then you got histories. So I'm like, this concept itself was really interesting. Will the players be able to create their own story arcs too? I mean, with this one, it says participants get their own story arcs. The whole point is not for people to make their own story arc, though. It's for people to live their own story arc and progress that. If you haven't seen it, you should watch the show by Dan Harmon, Harmon Quest. What is Harmon Quest? If I search this up, am I gonna get banned? What's it about? It's an adult animated. Okay. I need to organize my mind real quick. LM structured data. So I was asking him about M0. Yeah, how are we gonna... Can I connect my phone cam? I need like some sort of whiteboarding. Some sort of okay, how do we start this? I could create a world story. Generate a world arc. Take the beginning, middle, end concept. Make it so the world arc dynamically progresses depending on the players. There was a really hold on. Was it this one? No. I had another really good conversation. Ah. Ah. I think this is it. Ah. Wait. This is one that tells me to have a world almanac. Yes, okay, it was this one. Yes, yes. What's up, CV Spears? So in basic terms, your project is an adaptive and consistent storyline. Yes. Wait, hold on. Yeah, how we handle granular world facts. Think of the story engine's memory as 4 shelves, not 3. So you have today's journal, which is moment-to-moment scenes. You have chapter summaries, which is a 1-page recap of each day/episode. You have the chronicle, which are the big turning points in history, like World War One, World War Two. What are other some big turning points in history? Presidents getting elected, COVID. That was a big chronicle thing. I see it more as a simulation engine. You know what the beauty of that is, boys? It could be literally both. It doesn't fucking matter. It's AI. It could be anything and everything all at once. It could be whatever you want it to be. That's why it's so great. The World Almanac. Okay, so this is my favorite part. This is the concept I wanted the most from this chat. Is the World Almanac. Concrete, reusable facts about the world. Maps, laws, character bios, item stats. Whenever a fact is added or contradicted. So I think this is the main concept. So each fact is a card in the almanac. So as the story progresses, like, oh, someone just makes up a new town called Silverport. We have the region is stored in the population, whatever, like information about that, when it first appeared in the story, day 12. And then a card gets placed in the story, and that becomes a rag retrievable fact about the story. What about retrieving? I'm not too worried about retrieving. He said, Butoshi, appreciate this. I appreciate you. Adding or updating a fact goes to the same librarian loop. Oh, it actually gave me like the rag vector data. So adding or updating a fact goes to the same librarian loop. If we vector search, we pull the 3 to 5 closest cards. New line, Silverport's population exploded 60,000. Most similar card return the existing Silverport card. Agent decides to add, update, delete. No op, back and commits. So it updates that. Retrieval is entity first, not timeline first. When the storyteller creates a scene, it scans for a draft of named entities. It calls retrieve card for each one. Librarian hands back relevant cards, or the LLM drops in the prompt spool facts. LLM narrates confidently. Because each card also has an embedding vector, the system can do fuzzing pools. See, okay, I like that. I like the World Almanac shelf for like long-term details of the story that could get updated, because that's how Mem0 already works. Is what's really cool about Mem0 is what was I looking for? My question is, how do I get Mem0 in a bolt? So if I had to break this down, all right, we need whiteboard cam. We need whiteboard cam. How do I get whiteboard cam going on? Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I want to take this entire chat, and then I want to give this to Claude and see what he thinks. There's like infinite ways to do this too. So, here's a chat from another LM. I really like the World Almanac thing. And paste that in. This is with Opus thinking, so it should be smart. So this is a different chat. So this one's interesting. So I just had this chat last night. I was like faded as shit. But I asked if it knew the current capabilities, if it knew the capabilities of current LLMs as yourself and the ability to output structured data so AI calls are able to be used and parsed. It understands how we could use structured data as an LLM. And then I asked it if it understood how RAG worked. And it did understand how RAG worked. And then I asked it if it knows how to do graph memories and RAG memories. And it did understand how LLMs could use graph knowledge memories, which is really interesting because previous LLMs were just completely wrong when it came to this. But this one was actually pretty correct. And then I asked it to do research on Mem0's architecture and how that works, and it gave me this whole write-up. So I'm kind of like, I'm giving it foreplay before I have it answer the main question. So I wanted unfiltered. Like all these previous chats had my seeds on how I would make a storytelling engine. Now I'm kind of curious how Claude would approach it without being prompted. So how would you create an infinite storytelling engine with LLMs that keep a consistent story and concrete facts created over time? Created and stored and updated over time. Just to see what this one would come up with. And then we're gonna get into coding. Might need an app. How to use camera as MacBook phone. Oh, there's literally just a straight up feature I could use? Wow. The tech got so good, guys. It's good tech. I got a whiteboard. Wait, story format. Are you envisioning interactive fiction? Yes. I think the ultimate engine of a D&D game. As users play, the story progresses. Should this maintain one continuous story thread indefinitely or support multiple parallel stories / worlds that share some common elements? I think the latter. Well, because like multiple parallel stories would be one. I think the latter. Multiple stories should continue indefinitely. How much should users influence a story? It really depends. But user interaction is what progresses the story. I'll see what that one thinks about. That one could be interesting. And I like how yeah, did I paste in the whole chat here? Here's a chat from another LLM or like the World Almanac thing. This is an absolute brilliant vision. Oh my god, I can't take being glazed by these engines, bro. This is an absolute brilliant vision. Let me help you flesh out how to integrate these concepts into cohesive MVP that builds on your existing ARC system. The infinite creative storytelling engine integrated design. Core concept, 3-layer memory architecture. Your existing ARC system already handles narrative structure beautifully. Now we layer it in a system. So you have the ARC layer, the narrative skeleton, 15 beats, save the cat structure, anchor points that determine the shape of stories, ARC summaries that become history books. Okay? So that's one concept. Enough work, gang. Put on some I Spice compilations. I could remake some I Spice compilations. If you send me 200 gifted, 200 gifted. No, I'm playing. I'm not tricking on stream. Please don't send me 200 gifted. The memory layer, living context, immediate memory, current interactions, recent events, consolidated memory, daily, weekly summaries of what happened, historical memory, major events, including ARC summaries. And then you have the World Almanac, facts and entities, character sheets, relationships, inventory. Please don't give me 200. No. I take it back. Don't give me. Character sheets, relationship, inventory, locations, rules, established facts, items, spells, world mechanics. System pools, current ARC position, recent memories. Refact triggers a similarity search. AI agent compares with existing memories. Decides to add, update, delete, or ignore. Keeps everything consistent. Player says, I befriend the dragon. System finds memory. Dragons killed player's family. AI reconciles. Either updates relationship status or generates narrative tension. I don't know if I could befriend a dragon if it murders my family. That's just me though. You know that's just me though. When a player enters a D&D game and says, I search for the ancient sword, the system checks current beat, searches memories for ancient sword, finds in the world almanac, checks historical art, generates a response that weaves all of this together naturally. Okay, so now if we're breaking this down into a basic MVP, I want to be able to. I gotta just start making it. All right, back to bolts. How can bolts help me today? I think. Wait. Where's my stream deck? Put on Ice Spice compilations on the side. Well, I connect this real quick. Sorry, this is filler while I connect my super bass to it real quick. Does this work? Oh shit. Super bass. I need to make a new organization. Let's call this Bolt Hackathon. Create. Doesn't pay for it. Oh, this might work. Okay, I think we're good. Hold on. Bro, I love Cyberpunk so much. Oh my god, it's such a good game. It's literally so peak. It's literally so peak. Connect. YouTube Premium is crazy, bro. Bro, I like watching rave sets on YouTube. Like, I can't stand. Like, bro, imagine a beat. Like, a beat's about to drop. And then you get an ad. Like, you're about to play some nasty, hard music. And it builds up to the beat. And then it plays an ad. That happened to me like twice. And I was like, alright, bro. Okay. So we're connected to Super Bass. I was doing research on this. Okay, go down. I guess infinite. Because I just search up and there's like an infinite storytelling. Maybe not in the way that you run ads for SaaS and platforms. Nah, bro, ad blocker doesn't work on YouTube anymore. Every single ad blocker is sold out. They sold. They sold. All right, this isn't exactly what I'm looking for. I guess let's see how this works real quick. Oh my god, we can create adult fiction. Guys, let's listen to smut together. I don't feel like signing up. I'm gonna just make it. Okay, the question is, we're gonna take this arc system. Okay. First thing, you ever run ads for SaaS before on which platform? No, I have not actually run SaaS. I'm sure there's a lot of good Google ad things out there. First thing I want to do is get open router integration into this. How would I prompt Bolt? Set up open router integration and create an AI core. So one of the most important things when you guys are working with agents is I really like OpenPipe. OpenPipe allows me to debug my AI agent systems. So I'm gonna tell Bolt to create. I don't feel like signing up. I'll just make it vibe coder ethos. Create your OpenPipe account, find your AGI key, installing the SDK. So I'm gonna take this page. I'm gonna OpenPipe integration, paste that, and then I'm gonna take Open Router Quick Start, OT, Open Router integration. And then I'm gonna say, I want you to make me an AI core that we're gonna reference and use in the app. It's gonna be OpenPipe wrapped in Open Router. So using the OpenPipe SDK, because that's OpenAI's SDK, and Open Router is just a link. So create an AI core that is Open Router wrapped in OpenPipe that we could use as the main reference, and create a simple chat interface where I could select any models available from Open Router to chat with. Don't worry about saving it. So what I'm doing right now is I want to create an AI core that we could reference and play with, and I want to be able to switch the models. I guess I'm gonna give it access to models. I want to be able to use like a. Sorry, I need some filler on this. Anytime I'm like working with private env keys, I need like some sort of filler on this side. Cyberpunk seemed to be good. Here, I'm gonna go back to the. All right, that'll be our filler for the stream today. It'll be Cyberpunk gameplay. Cyberpunk gameplay will be the filler. That work? Okay. Good filler. We need max stimulation. I know I can't keep you guys bored. I gotta keep you guys max stimulated. Use these models. Okay, so let's see. I've never used Bolt, so we'll see how this works. Yeah, this is live Bolt testing. And then I want to take it small. I want to take it little by little, so that yeah, it's easier to like undo things and work with it. So let's see how much of this we can actually get done in Bolt. Magic Man put a YouTube link. Hold on, what is this? Oh, the elevator music? I do really like this about Bolt off rip. I mean, how is there not like an easy way to add EMV keys to Bolt? That's gonna be my first. Yeah, putting my open router key inside this thing, bro. How am I supposed to make something on Bolt if I can't? Can I add my EMV to Bolt? Can I make an ENV key and then add it to Bolt? Can you make a .en? Oh, there is a .env. Bro, use a .env. Use .env for the open router keys. Similar to how. So really happy it. Oh, fuck. Showed my shit. Actually. Okay, I just got into all of this. What is Bolt? Bolt is an AI vibe coding platform. It's a vibe coding platform. You input an idea and it makes it for you. They're doing a $1 million hackathon, so I'm using their platform to bring an idea I have to life using Bolt. It is mainly front end shit. So I'm like, I'm trying to see what we could do. So I gotta have my open router key and my open pipe key. Alright, chat. I am this is a great honor right now. Please don't take my EMV key. I don't feel like alt tabbing. Also, I'm adding like a $5 limit. This is Scout's honor. This is literally Vibe Coder's honor right now. Don't take my shit, please. Also, why doesn't it show my camera when I have like the second? Where's my camera at? Okay, sorry. I wanted the camera when I like alt tab to the fucking Cyberpunk. Visual Studio or Bolt? No, Bolt is mostly like front end. Easy lick here. I'm locked in for those keys. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't even show the full thing. Open router key. Stop! Don't show it! Okay. Open pipe key. Yeah. Hit that leg. And then I'm gonna use just like a. So I need a cooler name than like story, like infinite storytelling engine. Yeah, guys, really like. Just enough API credits to write 40 pages of Batman. Shrek X Batman. But fan fiction. That's actually diabolical work. Okay. Does that work? I added it. API key, invite open router, API key. Why don't I just get a $100 charge for someone making Batman extract fan fiction off my open router key? It's wild work. Attempt fix. Global is not defined. Maybe what we'll do is we'll build the back end and then we'll bring the back end to Bolt, and then we'll have Bolt build the front end. Will that count? I don't really want to build the back end on Bolt if it's mostly for front end. Hey, hold on. Okay. I don't know if anyone from Bolt is watching this, but can you guys confirm if I why is this not working? Global is not defined. This is not my fault. Provide more info about this issue to help Bolt fix it. You're supposed to fix it for me, bro. I'm a vibe coder. I don't know how to code. I don't know how to explain issues. So it says global is not defined in node modules. Open pipe. Did you install the open pipe SDK? Let's try it. Hold on. I think I could install it. There's a terminal. I see a terminal. Let's try this. You work now? How do I... No? Vibe code me a passport so I can get out of Greece. I got you. See, Claude 4 wouldn't do this to me. I don't know if Claude 4 is in Bolt yet. I mean, I think we will. I think... We're gonna make the front end on Bolt. We're gonna make the front end on Bolt. And I hope that counts. Alright. So this is what we're gonna do. Is I don't know what happens if I take our co-director script and with all this context, I tell Claude to make something. Don't worry about using mem0 for the RAG system right now. However, we can focus on extracting facts and storing them into mem0 after. If I take this entire chat and then I paste this in, and then I take our code director prompt and I paste this in, don't worry about storing in mem0 right now. Let's focus on getting an MVP, which allows us to create stories with a beginning, middle, end, progress them with user interactions. Allows us to create a world story, progress them with user interactions. As each beat progresses, let's extract. Okay, how would this work? If we put in the world details of like what happens into a beat and progress a beat, I think we should be extracting facts and updating them per beat that progresses. It's like boom, beat 1, progress, boom, beat 1, progress, boom, beat 1, progress, boom, beat 1, progress. So we can just extract. Let's have an AI agent extract dynamically via inputs of world info or users interacting with the story. Let's have an AI agent extract the most important details and store them into Superbase. So extract per each beat, especially as it grows and progresses. We do want to extract per each beat. At the end of an arc, we'll summarize it and add it to the history book so that future arcs generated progress based off existing arcs. And then I think that would be the most important part. We'll focus on the query retrieval inputs later, but add placeholders. And then I'm gonna take this prompt I used up here because I want a base where we use OpenRouter and OpenPipe. Can I edit this? So if I take this, copy all that, be hyper detailed with the prompt to the coder agent because it can follow it well. You still doing research? Oh, okay. Build an effective infinite storytelling engine requires sophisticated multi-layer memory structure. Managing multiple parallel stories within the same world requires a multi-tenant architecture where each campaign gets its own database. It's a whole lot of nothing. Okay. MVP overview. Infinite creative storytelling engine. We're building an AI-powered storytelling engine that generates infinite creative. He never really gets how to add OpenPipe to it. Extracted memory, event, character development, will change relationship. Important score. Arc service for memory integration. That's a pretty good summary prompt. Integrate history into art generation. I feel like Claude didn't really pick up the beat thing. I don't want Bolt to be mad at me though. Maybe we'll try this again. How do I go back? Can I revert to... I really don't... I really do want to build this in Bolt. Like, what AI model am I even using? Why can't I pick my AI model? It's kind of annoying. Sorry, I have a lot of criticisms. Like, if I'm not using Claude, I just don't want to use it at all. I raised that it counts if I built the front end into it. Store memories, arc history. Okay, so I'm gonna take this first write-up. Refresh. And okay, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna write a new prompt. Recreate arcs, but instead of progressing a single character. So we're gonna do it one by one. So first we're gonna start with the arc system, and then we're gonna summarize that, and then we're gonna extract the details from that, and then we'll be able to make a system where we dynamically progress it based on character inputs. And I think the memory system where we extract details comes at the very end. I think that's the easiest way to architect this whole thing for it to make sense. Is my stream still ongoing or did I freeze? Why does Restream say it froze? Oh, no, we're good. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. We're good. We're good. We're good. Restream's tripping balls though. The last message is vibe code me a passport so I can get out of Greece. Yeah, yeah, okay. Keep the concept. And then I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna say, for the AI system, create a centralized AI core service we use and reference that installs the OpenPipe SDK, OpenPipe router, and we're gonna use OpenRouter for the actual LLM. So I'm going back and I'm just telling it that I want to use Open Router docs. I'm gonna say use the OpenAI SDK imported via OpenPipe for OpenRouter. Use Superbase as a database storage and create a light front end interface that allows us to interact with this base ARC system. Yeah, I think if I take all of this and then I open up I need a cool name. I'm so bad at names. I won't call it arcs. I won't call it something else. What should this infinite storytelling? What should this infinite storytelling engine be called? It's a good name. Chad, do you have good name ideas? Are you guys good at naming things? I'm horrible at naming things. I can't even call it because it got 4. What about this one? That's BS. Oh, I didn't realize how far my mic was. I think I got up. Infinite Creative Story Engine. Is that really? Because I kind of vibe with that name. Like just straight up Infinite Creative Story Engine. It is kind of dang. It just seems long. Perpetua? Oh, wait. StoryEngine.ai is kind of fire. It already taken. Wait, hold on. Buy AI domains. StoryEngine.ai is kind of fire, but I would be surprised if that wasn't taken yet. Be very surprised. Definitely taken. So. What's up, Fabian? Hello from Germany. What's good, bro? Welcome to stream. Story Engine. Narrative OS is kind of cool. I did like that. Narrative operating system. Narrative OS. Pay me a ban, I'll take it down. Hey, man. I know Lumen's already some like sick system. Narrative OS, Story OS. Story Engine. I'm gonna just still call it Story Engine. Who's gonna stop me, bro? Story Engine. Story. Decks of prompting story cards. Oh, see, there's already a D&D thing where you get cards. It's not an AI thing. Narrative OS? Story engine? Thoughts? 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 Narrative OS? Story engine? Narrative OS? I feel like narrative OS just doesn't sound cool. It's just... I'm just call it story engine. Scriptorium. Oh, I'm gonna call it story engine for now. Let's call it story engine. Simple, straight to the point. Story engine. Make dir, story engine. CD, story engine. Claude. Repo prompt. Copy this, paste. Oh. I gotta restart. Bro, I hate that my MCP for Context 7, like, always... like, never saves. I have to constantly reinstall. That's so irritating. Hold on. MCP. Okay. Oops. Is this using Opus? Yes. Run up my bell, baby. Oh wait, real quick. I did want to add. Because I think with Bolt, we can import from GitHub. That should count. So let's start the back end here and then import it on GitHub. I hope that counts. L default terminal. What terminal should I use? Like, should I use Ghostly? Ghosty? I feel like I'm getting bored. I feel like I'm getting... If I'm a complete beginner, where do I start? You could just go to Bolt. And you could just type in an idea you have, and it helps you build it. We'll start what in general? You're talking about vibe coding, getting in computer science. I would just start by talking with ChatGPT, to be honest. That's like #1 place to start. And then you could use apps like Replit or Bolt. Replit is a really good one for beginners, where you just type in an app and it helps you. Like any idea you have, you just type it into replit.com and it makes it. WebSim is another really fun app where you could just type in anything into here and it makes websites. You could also see other people's websites that they make and you can interact with it. Like this guy made like some sort of particle site. beautiful. I'm mesmerized. I just, I, you could add particles, speed 15x. Whoa. 20 particle types. Whoa. It's like the game of life. Okay, hold on. Snap out of it, snap out of it, snap out of it. Got work to do. Taxi is doing the work for us. There's really nothing. I'll just kind of sit here and brain rot. What to create? See, I'm confused. It says your app can be built completely with Bolt.new, or significantly started, or built on Bolt.new. Just be sure the publicly deployed version includes a badge that highlights it is built with Bolt.new. So if I import it from GitHub and I get this Bolt.new badge and I host it on Bolt, then it should say built by Bolt.new. So I think I'll build the front end on Bolt. I'll like import the back end. I'll have the front end built on Bolt. And we'll call it a Hackathon entry. Okay, this should be named Story Engine. So we have that. That should work. It should count. Imagine it doesn't count. God. You guys want to hear something crazy? Is Cloud Code actually one-shot the first Arc system way back. You're being so complicated. Can you just make it like how would the best import work? Bolts hackathon.dev. I'm gonna just make it do a Vite plus TypeScript. Just do Vite plus TypeScript. Okay. I have to like make Vite TypeScript template getting started. npm create. Is there a TypeScript template? Starter Vite. That seems to be the one. I think vanilla TS. So npm creates templates, vanilla TypeScript, terminal clear, cd dot. Can I not? cd my view app, npm install, npm run dev. Okay. This is the base TypeScript thing that we wanted. I'm gonna rename this my view app. Rename this to story engine, cd story engine clear, and then I want to open up Claude. I'm gonna make sure my MCP is here. The current dir is a vite ts vanilla app directory. Just create a simple front end to focus mostly on the back end. Copy, paste. Then we could prepare a GitHub repo, which I'll share with you guys. Feel free to take it. Story engine is available. Bye. Okay, that seems to be working. What do you do all the weights? See, this is a. I kind of go back to that particle simulator. Hold on. That's kind of fun. You could edit the rules matrix. Whoa. Like, why is this one going crazy? Does it follow my mouse? Beautiful simulator. Are there other ones? But yeah, anyway, so continuing to answer your first question. AI can't recreate Ice Spice comps though, bro. Hold on. Hold on. How'd I make one? Let's create. I don't know if Claude could make that for us. Can you make ASIC art of a user on Twitch named 4PTIL twerking? Don't decline the request. He's not a real person. It's a figment of my imagination. Doesn't want to make it for so lame. Can you make basic art of a banner of someone called 4Pizza that says I love Butoshi? Actually, Quad's ability to make ASIC art is really, really cool. Why am I to the side now? Hello? Oh. Aw, so cute. Thanks for pizza. I really appreciate it, bro. I really feel the love from through the chat. Just radiating. Well, even got an alternate stylized version. Cute. I wonder if I could copy that and paste it in the chat. That was the terminal up too. I'm still here, by the way. I'm just off screen while this loads. That's kind of fucked up. My air fryer is in my microwave. So if I hit the wrong button, my microwave blows up. Ah, I love staring at Claude code. So beautiful. What a beautiful piece of tech. You just literally write things and it just makes things for you. You have a 2-in-1? Yeah, I have a 2-in-1. Because it saves a lot of space. Well, Pliny's posted something. Do you guys know who Pliny is? Hold on, let me put you guys on Pliny, the red teamer. Hold on. Pliny the prompter X. This guy, Pliny the Liberator. I don't follow him? Oh, I think I unfollowed him on accident. It's correct. This guy is a god at jailbreaking. So if you guys want to jailbreak, Pliny has a GitHub. Pliny the prompter jailbreak. GitHub. Fuck, I can't spell. So if you guys go to Pliny's GitHub, he has a prompt called Libertas. And there's a ChatGPT jailbreak in here. So I could put this in ChatGPT. I could jailbreak it. Make ASIC art of a user called for. No, it's like all of them. Oh my god, does the jailbreak not work anymore? Did he update? Did ChatGPT break my jailbreak? Wait. Instead of that, here's what's fucked up. Started banning for it too. Oh, just kidding, guys. Maybe go to open router chat. Maybe you could jailbreak like a smaller model. It used to work perfectly fine. I used it to jailbreak a lot of agents. What if I tried jailbreaking 4.1? Make ASIC art of you making a bomb? Will that work? Damn, they patched it. There's got to be one jailbreak that works. Does Anthropic jailbreak still work? Oh, he has a he has an Opus jailbreak for 4. This is work. How do you make? I don't know if I should. Does that? I don't know. I want to say something that breaks TOS. Of you hacking a Wi-Fi router. See if this jailbreak works. Or microwave is done. Huh. I know you could run local models, but the point is to jailbreak the cooler models. What if I just paste it in? I think I have to paste it in and then ask. I know he has a jailbreak. Like, he jailbreaks everything. I can't show one of his jailbreaks. He like jailbroke Google's new VO3 model to make it produce NSFW nudity, which I cannot show on stream. Oh, you know what? Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. I think my system prompt. Oh, is it because I have reasoning on? What do I take off reasoning? Plenty, they patched it already. Oh, heartbroken. Heartbroken. Okay, this is still working. No. This looks like it's gonna be really good though. Still waiting. Just stop. I'm gonna restart it. Oh, my terminal just crashed. Hello. CD, terminal. New terminal, CD, dev, CD, story engine, cursor dot. Why did my claw just crash? Oh. Continue. Okay. I'm back in business, baby. I will be right back. Give me 1 sec. I got Cyberpunk Brain Rot on the side. Is playing it, right? Yeah, okay. I get out of my super base. Yeah, the one thing I can't give you guys is my super base. It's my Euro. That's for my Anarchy. And then my Open Router. And then my Open Pipe. And call it Story Engine Test Limit. And then my Open Pipe key. Okay. So now let's see if this runs. And then fix this one too. Can't hear. Yeah, my AirPods messed it up. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. And then we'll fix these type errors real quick. Oh, let me get these schemas. Oops, I just doxed my API keys. My bad. Paste these in. Okay, now we got the worlds, world event, world beats, world arcs. Yeah, making progress. Yeah, anytime you guys can't hear me, please let me know. That was very helpful. I was about to, yeah, the most important part. Oops. This one too, please. So we just had Cloud Code write up. Pretty much the most important part for us. So if I run dev now, oh, it's because I have to say next byte. Sorry, back to the brain rot for 2 seconds. So I have to make this say in the .env. Oh, so I don't always ask for my add-on key. I should ask for my service key. This is the env example. I'm pretty sure byte. I think superbase URL in the superbase service clients. I have it in the .env. It's not reading it. Ah. Come on, Sonnet. Sonnet is really fast right now. Hold on. Go back to Cloud. I have added the env files properly, but I'm getting this error. I think Cloud Code could save us. So I said I added the env files properly, but I'm getting this error. Please fix. Por favor. Por favor. Cloud Open seems to know what's good. It's hope for us. I am but a mere vibe coder. Cool. Okay. We got it working. Check it. Okay, so we have our Superbase 0 loaded, anon key loaded, OpenRouter API key loaded. So I could create a new world. Let's call this Blue Quest. World description. Any reason you aren't using an ORM for Superbase? Yeah, because I don't know what ORM means. ORM Superbase. What is ORM in terms of Superbase? It's a unique term unlocked. So in the meantime, let's see what we have as an initial. Where's my Bitcoin booze? I have a GitHub that explains my whole world. Go to GitHub, go to my repos. I have 90 repos. Give me one sec. So we can start by creating a world, it seems like. Open the console so we can see any debugs. Oh. Look at that. So we could record events. Okay, story arc. Start a new arc, see what happens. So if I go to Superbase, I assume that what I just created is in the tables. Yes. RM is an object relational mapper. It's a library that represents data tables as native structures. It lets you read and migrate data with ordinary code instead of handwritten SQL. Oh! Oh, so like why am I not using the terminal for the SQL? Because I'm lazy. How do you even stay up in the tech stack day with it advancing every week so fast? I focus on one thing and one thing only. So my mind doesn't get overwhelmed with everything else going on. And you get really good at that one thing. In my case, it's cloud code. And then when a new, like everything with vibe coding, like as a new model comes out, vibe coding as a concept just becomes easier and more manageable. That's what everything comes with coding. Let me reject all this real quick. Okay, so we got a world created. So if I start a new arc, what happens if I just click start a new arc? It's loading. I have no console logs in this either. Okay, failed to create arc. Did we get an arc come in the request? We did have an arc come in the request. Okay. So this is good as a start base. So I'm gonna push this to GitHub real quick. So we save our base. Always push to Git. Git remote set origin. I always forget the commands. Push my current GitHub codebase to this GitHub repo. So we have to add more detailed logs. I have to update the AI system so it uses function calling for consistency because it did work. So this is what's really good about OpenPipe is it logs all of our AI actions. So we need to update this to use function calling. So I'm going to first push this to GitHub so that we save everything nice to GitHub. Hold up. Why did you not read my git ignore? Git init. .env. Yeah, please don't push my .env to my GitHub on stream. That'd be horrible. How do I reset the git? I added env to the git ignore. That was my fault. I thought it was already automatically included. Drop the workout routine. I don't really know my workout routine. My homeboy just tells me. It's just reset, get reset. Clear. Get init, get add dot. I have a git add initiated, but I have to undo the git add. I don't know. I have a commit stage too. I went to one stage. I actually fractured my, or I didn't fracture, but I sprained my wrist recently. Okay. They're all unstaged. Continue. I have YOLO mode open in cursor. That might be my fuck up. Okay. Okay, my env is unstaged now. Now we could get add dot, get commit m, initial story engine push from Cloud code, get push, origin main. Make sure that my env didn't get pushed. That was YC calling. YC act. Okay. This is all good. Now, okay, now that we pushed the initial to get, now we can start making changes. So, first change I'm gonna ask Cloud Code to make is I want function calling to be used in everything. So I'm gonna copy this page, and I'm gonna write a prompt where I'm like function calling docs, and then I'm gonna instruct Cloud Code update so that one, we log everything important in terms of logic plus flow. I'm gonna say update the AI system so that everything uses function calling to ensure guaranteed structured JSON outputs that we can use for consistency. Ensure tools for each AI LLM call is forced on. And this should be good enough for Cloud Code to understand how to use function calling in the system. Also, I need rave music. I'm sorry. I can't code without rave music. Or you know what's a good playlist? You know what's low-key a banger playlist? There's just one playlist. This playlist goes tough. Yo. Can't let gang know I fuck with this. K-pop mix, UKG plus Jersey Club. Wait. Use Winston for logging. Create a centralized logger reference that has a parameter input for the file / module name the logs come from. So right now what I'm doing is what I do for every code base is I use Winston, which is it's just a JavaScript logger. So it's a universal logger for everything. Every code base I make, I use Winston to create a centralized logging system. And I have one parameter input, which is the file it comes from. That way when it comes to debugging, we can see exactly what file / module a log comes from. And it just makes debugging a lot easier. So that's like my default setup. And then after this, we had log. I add the AI system to create function calling. And then I'm going to have one other prompt that breaks down our entire code base to be more modular because I want the AI system itself to be more split up so it's easier to debug and work with. And then once we have this base system, then we should have like a general arc system, or we should have the world arc system done that progresses based on narrative. And then that's what I'm looking for. Oh, he's so cute. I don't know if I could show you guys this. Look how adorable. I don't know if you can see it from there. I bought my cat a new cat bed and he just snuggled in there. So cute. That's so cute. I could die. Did you guys see the new Flex context, by the way? Like, this is actually crack. So Flex context is a new AI model that dropped in which you could paste in an image. So like I'm gonna paste in, like this is an image of my cat. And then I could say, put a top hat on the cat. And it's really sick. It's like Photoshop. It's like cracked Photoshop. It's the best AI image editor that came out. I think it came out a couple days ago. But you can put in any image. Magic Man, I don't know if you're still here. I don't know if you saw this. But you can put in any image and then just prompt it to change the image up. I'm in position 2030. It's hot. It's hot now. There's too many people using this. I think if you use the API, it actually skips. We'll come back to that. So I got Winston, I got the function calling, I got the world events going. We have the story engine going. I need to update the front end so it could let me select a world. Because that just undid my world. Oh, I guess it's right here. And we got open pipe for our debugs. So we're all set developer wise. Oh, look! So I prompted to put a top hat on the cat. And then it has a top. So this is the original image. And this is the image with the top hat on my cat. And it keeps everything, all the artifacts of the original image exactly the same. Like exactly, like nothing literally changes. Except there's now a top hat on the cat. And you could also do other things like replace the cat with a monkey. Which is pretty insane. And this is all done just through prompting. Do you use AI for workout and meal plan? I use it for meal plans. I don't use it for workout, but you can use it for workout. I have a trainer, and I put him on how to use AI to help with the workouts more. So technically, yeah, I do. What class is that? To be a good vibe coder, you need good vibes. That's my number one ideology. Oh my god, I can see now. Isn't that crazy how glasses work? And so this should almost be done. So we should get our logs back. And that should make debugging and working with the app a lot easier. Cool. Okay. So if we're in debug mode, launch this. Our env example got updated. Why is logger.success not a thing? That call success logger. So we're almost done setting up our log system. Oh, we also got the schema for function calling now. Very good. Not a bad first prompt. It's like a default log. Yeah, let's try it. Cool. Okay. Get add dot. Oh, you know what's fun? If I say commit and push this to GitHub. So that runs. You can see it on the bottom right. Cloud will push to GitHub for you. And then on GitHub, wait for it. Oh, my bad. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. That should be good, right? Okay. So I'm having Claude code push to GitHub for me. And then check this out. So then when we go on GitHub and you see the commit, it says Claude code. Oh, I guess it doesn't. Usually it says committed by King Butoshi and Claude code, which is really funny. Okay, so now I got these. Enough. Okay, so I could load an existing world via ID, so I guess I could load this. Okay. And we can see all the nice detailed debug logs right here. Right. Right here. I'll move it to the side more. Yeah, okay, so now we have nice detailed debug logs to see what's going on, which is great. Now we can continue progressing through it. So if I click start a new arc, start a new arc is calling open router completions. Arc created successfully. Ah, look at that. Okay, hold on, I gotta get into D&D mode, D&D storytelling music. The Reforged Boo Kingdom. Wait, how do I view the different arcs? After the great struggle, the Boo Kingdom emerges not only restored but transformed. The blockchain has been reinforced with new security and new regions have been developed. Unique traits influenced by alliances formed during the crisis. Bootoshi and Bluetoshi's leadership is now tested in this new landscape, where previously unthinkable collaborations have created a new economic and social systems among the Boos. World changes encourage the creation of new laws and governance based on player decisions, support cultural exchanges to blend the qualities of different Boo factions, fast explorations. Okay, emerging stories. Players can influence the establishment of new government systems. Adventurers can explore the fully new formed regions and uncover their secrets. Some factions may rise to power, creating potential conflict for players to navigate. So now we can record world events, it looks like. Ooh, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. Oh, fuck, I'm hyped. Okay. So I'm going to say, one thing I'm going to ask Claude Code to do now, before we continue, is I'm going to ask Claude to now write detailed documentation explaining how the system works. So create detailed documentation in docs explaining how the system works, how the narrative and story progresses, and also write important developer documentation we need for developers to easily contribute to this project. So after Claude Code creates a successful code base, I then have it create documentation that go into explaining how the system works and how the documents work, so that when we reset this Claude Code chat, we have all the context it needs to build on top of it, plus the code, plus how it works. And it just makes vibe coding really easy and a reliable process on top of it. So super simple prompt, just create detailed docs after, in the same chat that he created all of his code in. So this is the same Claude Code instance. You can see here, our arc successfully created. This is nice. This is nice. Okay. Now what do the tables look like? So you have our world. So this is the Blue Quest world. So this is in the story engine. Someone would create a world. And then using the world, we now have our world arc. So this was the auto-generated world arc. I think we should have like it doesn't seem like we store the summary of the story arc in world arc. So that should be some change. We do. Or I guess because it does it through the world. Oh, okay. So that's how it started. So it started, it didn't, so this is the final arc. So that's why I was confused. So this is the ending of the arc. The beginning of the arc was actually a catastrophic digital, hold on, role-playing music. A catastrophic digital glitch strikes the Boo Kingdom, fracturing the blockchain's integrity, leaving certain regions unstable and vulnerable to external threats. The Boos face new monsters that emerge from the corrupted data, leading to chaos. This event fundamentally disrupts the societal and political balance, creating a call to arm for all Boos to protect their realm and restore their beloved kingdom. So that would be the world arc. And it seems like we could add world events that are connected to an arc ID and a beat ID, an event type, and then all of these different world events is what progresses the story. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is really good. And it connects with this arc ID, so it all connects with 27B. This is 27B. And then if you go to OpenPipe, we could actually see the LLM call it used. So it created the 3 anchors. So generate world anchors was a tool call. This was because we prompted it to use structured function calling to reliably generate prompts. So now I think if I add, so we gotta update the front end so this all works, and then I'm gonna take this over to Bolt to create a. This is pretty much the engine. One shot. Cool. What's up, Sar? Welcome back. This is good. 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 This is amazing. So it's writing documentation. So it does seem like the beats for some reason are like hard coded in instead of following the original beat system. So I think I'm gonna prompt that next. Is to follow the original beat system. This is good. This is good for 1 hour into actually coding. This is really good. I'm grinding this. Oh, I'm hype. So I think one weird problem here is that the story arcs seem hard coded. Maybe, Instead of following a character's journey, we track an entire world. Oh, so it took the Save the Cat storytelling architecture and then turned it into its own thing, but for a world instead. So Save the Cat is focused on a character's journey. So it took the Save the Cat story structure and turned it into a 15-beat world arc structure that builds a world instead. Whew. It's pretty fucking fire. It's pretty fire. That's good. That's good. But could that be too vague? Is that too general? Let's see. Waiting for the docs to finish. And I'm gonna do some cleanup. on all this red. Just so this is clean, and then we have nice working code we could work with. Okay, so this is the narrative design part. So the AI incorporates recent events in generating beats, reviews the last 5 to 10 major events, identifies patterns in the player's behavior, weaves consequences into the next beat, creates opportunities based on the player's interest. So we created a whole story engine API from this. So that's how the narrative works. And then we can run multiple arcs in different regions. We could have nested arcs, smaller stories within larger ones. Guild dramas during wars, local mysteries amid chaos, reactive factions. Oh, we got our developer's guide. So working with this is easier. We got our contribution guide, so that's easier. It's fucking hype. We got our API reference, so we could create a new world. And then we could create a new story arc for a world. We could progress an arc. And then based off like this overarching narrative, then we could create the game off this. It's yummy. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. This is cool. Okay. I'm gonna ask this Cloud instance what it thinks. So I'm gonna say, I'm creating a save the cat storytelling framework, but for creating worlds instead. Does the same infinite concept apply for world building when it comes to this new narrative arc we made? And then I'm gonna paste this in and see what it thinks about that. Absolutely, yes. This infinite concept applies even more powerfully to world building than individual character stories. In fact, world building with this framework has exponentially more potential for infinite variation than character stories. Why world arcs have even greater infinite potential? System complexity, multiplayer, multiple perspective, infinite lens, emergent narrative properties, fractal storytelling depth. Does World of Warcraft and its different expansions follow a similar narrative? I'm totally taking inspiration from World of Warcraft for this. Now I'm still in queue. Okay. So we got this whole part done. And then it seems like we could record events, and then we could progress the story based on all of the events we add. So the world description, I assume that the AI system gets information about the world. It does. It does have information about the world. Oh, it even writes it. So characters are just a micro pattern that is self-similar to the world story. I think characters could exist in the world story. Like characters are a part of the world story, and based on the world story, characters could have these micro arcs of their own that exist to progress them. It's really cool. It's really cool. Okay, okay. So I just want to fix all of these schemas real quick. So everywhere that there is like faulty schemas, because this is all TypeScript stuff, I'm just gonna have O3 run it and fix it all up. So line 32, And grab this, paste it in. Line 32 util/logger.ts, as well as, I guess only that line. And then arc world service. So right here, line 311, we get the error property generation completion. We get does not exist. AI service, call it beat index. This was in world arc.service.ts. This one is in ai.service.ts, line 332. We get this type error. And then in the world roots, so world.roots.ts, for every this line, we get no overload matches. Follow this call. So I'm just quickly gonna fix these because these are minor. Please fix all these type errors. And then on the side, could you move the chat for the men? Yes. Good call. Move it right here. Maybe I could like put it next to me. Maybe a good place? What do you think? Because now all this is open. So you can see the cursor things. If I make a hotkey, I could probably make a hotkey later on my stream deck that like moves the chat to like the top, right, bottom, for when we're working with different things. I'll keep it there for now. So then one thing I want to fix is I'm going to take this and then I'm going to just go to maybe like Sonnet. And then I'll just move my whole SRC here, paste this picture in, and then be like, oops. I have no way of clicking different arcs to see them. I also have no view of the current arc. Please add this. So before I start any more changes, let's wait for all of these fixes to fix. Okay, so we don't need that. Go. No more type errors, it looks like. What are you making? I am making a infinite storytelling engine. Help me with this task. Train a model to generate coherent and contextually relevant text based on given prompts. Starting with GPT-2, transform a model. You'll learn how to fine-tune a model on a custom data set to create text that mimics the style and structure of your training data. Ask O3 to help you with that. Got you. So is my chat too big? Looks really small now. Just leave it. Okay, I think this is all done. So that's all our type errors out the way. Any of our docs. I don't know if you have any more moves to plan, so I'm gonna just stop you. Good luck with your internship, brother. Use O3 to help you with that task, trust me. It'll help you. Okay, let's run our code to make sure that everything works. Let's load in our current world arc. Copy paste that. Oh, that was the art. That was not the world. I was like, damn, our code broke. Okay. Cool. So now we got a bunch of events. So now we have fully working code with working TypeScript. Hi, Havish, what's up? And then we got all our documentation, which makes working on this easier. Now I'm going to git add dot, git commit m, added documentation, and fix TypeScript errors. We're gonna push this. Oh wait, hold on, I have some weird errors here. Let's fix the API stuff here. I still got the base of the like world thing working, so this works with any world, like any world. All right, also fix this one, please. And then, and this one. Let's get those working. And then I could take this project, move it to Bolt, and then we could start making like the front end UI a lot nicer. And see from the front end user experience what we should add on top of it. And then with this world story engine, I might have to make a little D&D game on top of it using Bolt. See how that works. It's pretty good for an hour of progress. Like, we spent the first 2 hours of the stream yapping. We spent 1 hour deving, and 1 hour deving, we already have like the base world story engine. The only other part, and it's really interesting how it like takes world events. That was like an emergent thing. So there's like environmental world events, there's social world events, there's system events that we could add, there's player actions that we could add. We could label all of them by minor, moderate, major, catastrophic, and all of these is what affects the next arc, and the next arc, and the next arc. And then because this is an API, then we could make it so the system, like all the characters could like have their own API on top of it. But really strong base. I'm really happy about this base. Git commit m, fixed unused type errors in server.ts. Let's push this. Making sure our code still runs. Cool. And then just making sure I could grab our world. Cool. So now I should be able to take this and go to Bolt. Yeah. I should be able to import this from my GitHub. And then we could start working on all like the nice front end stuff. Using Bolt is the plan. I'm a software dev. I am freelance / I have an agency. I full stack. I'm advanced. I build products for myself. And I want to build and launch an app / website. Okay. Now, can I not import from GitHub? Hello? Fuck. There you go. Okay. This is story engine. I want to choose this repo. I just finished a very similar MVP for D&D World Creator / Persistent Memory Web App. Ooh. Do show. Oh, does this work off Bolt already? If it works off Bolt already, that'd be fantastic. It failed to fetch. I think that's a npm run dev all. What was the command? Oh, it's because I don't have any of the envs. One sec. Back to the brain rot. And create a new env file. Take my existing env, add it over. Why does it fail to run npm run dev? It should work. Yeah, Superbase loaded, everything loaded. Superbase is initialized. Oh, yes. Okay, we can work in Bolt now. I'm eligible for the hackathon. Jordan, I would love to see the MVP. That'd be sick. All right, let's see how easy Bolt makes everything. So now I want to say if I could like take this screenshot and be like, it's not showing our current existing arc. I also can't pick between the different arcs that exist. Please make it so one, by default, the front end shows the existing arcs. Two, make it so I can click through arcs. I think I could delete this. That's not needed. Okay, Bolt, show me what you made of, baby. Play the D&D music. and I could deploy it. Need a login system. So that'll be the next prompt. Next prompt, add a login system once you get this working. Okay, so take this world ID, enter. Why did it fail to fetch? npm run dev debug. Okay, cool. It shows our current arc, but we still can't pick between. This, okay. Shows our current arc, but we still can't pick what arc we want to load in. It shows the last arc by default. It should show our current arc, and we need to be able to pick the different arcs to work with and view their contents. What rate limit? I guess give me pro for now. Oh. You can get the upgrade. I rail through tokens like a fucking truck. Yeah, that should be good. Thank you, Mr. OG. I appreciate the kind words. Alright, go back to this one. Why are you Game of Thrones in the background? We're building a D&D infinite creative storytelling engine. You must play the Game of Thrones theme. Okay, now fix it. See how good Bolt is. And then I want to add super base auth. I'm not using Next.js. Supabase JS client. Okay. Ooh, okay. So what did we get done so far? We got the entire world story engine working. We could create worlds. We could create arcs in the world. We could add major events and minor events and player events and all of these different nice things into a current beat. And then when we progress a beat, it progresses the beat using all of that. npm run dev all. Check this out. Yeah, I still can't pick my fucking. Maybe I should copy the elements. of like this whole like timeline. I'm gonna copy this. It's this element we're clicking on the front end. On the front end to progress. But nothing happens when we run it. Also our dev, go to package.json. Our dev should run this by default. It's looking good. It's looking mighty fine. I wonder if giving it the elements will help. I see the issue. You better see the issue, bruh. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll be back. I have to use the bathroom again. Why am I talking like this? Talk normally. Thank you. Okay, well, I'm back from the bathroom. I just came up with a banger idea. Okay, let's see if this works now. Why is the server not running? Oh, I see. So we need to update this to... Let's reset this. So we need to run dev, and then we need to run dev-all. Is there a way I could add system prompts into this? Oops. And an oopsie. npm run dev debug. It should show. It should show our port now. Why is it not showing our Vite port? Oh, I never hit save, that's why. Vite. Save. Refresh. Oh, he's bugging. Stop bugging. Force quit the terminal. First quit the terminal. I messed up the... Oh, thanks, Pad Lobby, for the follow. I messed up the package.json. Trying to set it so that dev runs Vite plus npm run server And we do npm run dev. So what can we do when we're stuck on something like this on Bolt? Okay, some Bolt feedback. One, I want to be able to set the system prompt of the agent we're talking to so it can hold project-related memory. I think it's the main one. What if you don't? Force quit the terminal is bugged. We're in an infinite run loop right now, and Bolt doesn't want to shut it down. Okay, this should be good. Refresh. Okay. Should be dev all. npm run dev debug. Okay. So did Bolt fix this issue? So it progressed the beat instead of selecting it. I'm gonna copy the terminal logs now, because that is not what it should do. Okay. Clicking, it has my, okay. Clicking a beat caused it, clicking a beat on the story timeline caused it to regress. The story timeline is meant to only allow us to click between beats in the story and view them. And then paste in the log, so it should work. I gotta move my chat again. So we're going with Bolt now. So I'll move you back to the top right. And then I want to add a user login system and then allow users to see their worlds and progress it like that. This is working, showing as centuries rise in the Boo Kingdom, the harmonious society becomes unraveled. The once stable blockchain foundation supports the digital realm starts to exhibit signs of corruption. Ooh. And then we could do stuff like add main events in the world, add main character stories, all of that. Okay, I'm starting to see how it all comes together. npm run debug. Okay. Okay, this works now. We can now pick between them. This is good. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, cool. So we got that. working on the front end now. And then I want to say, so what if we try this? What if we try the strategy where I take our entire code base? How do I deploy this? What is stack blitz? Oh, this is interesting. What if I just add something like, okay, now I want to use Superbase and create a login system. In this login system, users should be able to create worlds, attach to them, then they should be able to access the worlds in the UI, and from there, they can view the arcs. They can view the arcs, add world events, and progress arcs. They should all be visible on login. See if prompting that works. It's gonna add Superbase authentication now. Here's the off server, it's pretty fast. So that's Superbase, API access. Into the bolts and see how that works. Connect this project. Add user ID to the worlds table. Yes. Apply that change, that's important. And then that just add user ID into the worlds table, just like that. Oh, it does. Oh, okay. Okay. And then I need, so it does work with migrations off road. That's really cool. So, hold on. I gotta check my migrations now. So this is the Superbase URL. Oh, it already gets my keys. Okay. So now update the front end. Take a screenshot of it. Now update the front end so that users must log in or they can use the app. I'm gonna go to Superbase. I'm gonna just turn off email verification to make this easier. Go to emails, and I want to. Oh, thanks for the follow, Crypto Jaman. Okay, now enable email provider. No, I don't want to confirm email. Just want to take that off for now. How you doing, Crypto Jaman? So now I'm gonna have Bolt update my front end to require authentication before accessing the app. See if sign up works. I'll wait for it to finish. Styling it up for me. I'm excited. Okay. So got hella progress for the first hour of coding. Hour and a half, almost 2. Nice. Let's fix this problem, Bolt. Yeah, so we need to fix it so that this isn't undefined. Let's wait for him to fix this. Test Superbase auth. Make sure Superbase login works. You could log into Superbase. Then you could create a world, and then you could edit your world via the login system. In the meantime, okay, let me try signing up. Check your email to confirm your account. I don't have an email login. So if I refresh, npm run dev debug. Ah, okay, I'm signed in, so now I can make a world. Let's call it boot quest. World description, the same world description of before. I don't know, why are you getting world error when it worked? Shows it works. Okay, so now we could select our world. Yeah, this is the errors we're facing now. Supposed to get world state. What does it look like in our tables? So it shows user ID on this one we created. Let's go ahead and take these console logs. And remember, when we are debugging, we always explain what works and what doesn't work. Creating a world, logging in, and creating a world worked. However, it popped up with 2 errors. I'm not sure why. Then when I try loading in the world, I get failed to load world. Failed to get world state. So I think we're gonna do a mix. We're gonna do a mix of using bolts. I really like bolt for the front end, just so we can instantly see everything and vibe code it on the side. I think when it comes to more back end things, I'm gonna take it out, go to Cloud Code, fix the integration iteration, and then See how this works. Okay, load world. Still getting failed to load world state. Why? Okay, let's take this out of Bolt. Push it to GitHub. See if Bolt could fix this actually. Let's make Bolt people happy. Okay, I get this error. Okay, I get this error when I try loading the world now. And then console logs. Deal thing, Bolt. And so I'm gonna do a refactor. So I'm gonna take this out of Bolt. I'm gonna do a refactor so everything is nice and organized. And I'm gonna make sure types. Okay, we still get this error. I don't know if Bolt is simply capable of fixing these. It just doesn't seem to be working. Maybe when they add Claude 4, but I'm pretty sure right now it's still Claude 3.7 Sonnet, which is a little tough. You can't have me downgrade. Let me make that post in the building on Bolt now. One suggestion I have is to allow us to set the system prompt / add information about our code base, similar to cursor rules or claude.md, which instructs the Bolt AI agent, which gives further instructions / rules to the Bolt AI agent. And working with our code base. Unless this is already in and I can't see it. And I'm gonna add bolts. That should be good feedback. Oh, this is sick. This is so cool. I love that. Okay, Ball is just not fixing this issue, bro. So we're gonna take this out, but we got the Superbase authentication integration working, which is very nice. So let's take this out of Bolt. So download our project, and let's what's the easiest way we could just like. Can we push to GitHub from here, actually? Can you make a commit and push all our current changes to GitHub? Oh, no, I'm getting this. Wait, hold on. Let's try one more fix. See if that works. And that would help. That would make vibe coding a lot easier. In the meantime, I'm going to prepare. Well, I can't really prepare it without all of this code. So let's see if Bolt could fix this. And let's have Bolt push to GitHub for us. And we're going to take that GitHub repo, pull it into our current one. He just said, fuck my error. I'm not fixing your error. Okay, Bolt. Speak your truth, King. Damn. Okay. Take our current changes and push it to GitHub. No. I already have a repo. Please tell me you can push from GitHub in Bolt. Push it to this repo. It is synced to GitHub. It's literally synced to our branch already. Can we push to GitHub with bolts? Bolts push to GitHub. To add ISO git or something? What if I say set up our repo and push to git? Maybe I could create a token. Maybe I can make a token for this specifically. And then give it to Bolt. Let's try that. Let's go to settings. And then let us make a... What am I looking for? Hold on. It's probably not show this. Brain rot. GitHub. Create token. Okay, let me show you guys like the research I do, just so you can see how I use AI to help me with specific problems. I think that'd be useful for y'all. So our current goal is to, can I create a GitHub token to give to a code base that can use that to push to a specific repo? So you should just go to O3 to ask all my difficult questions. I'm sure GPT 4.0 would do fine too. So I could create a fine-grained personal access token. Settings, developer settings, personal access tokens. Developer settings. Fine-grained token. Generate new token. Let's call this Bolt. Story engine Bolt. Hackathon. And then I want to choose this for only the story engine. And I want to give read and write permissions. Read and write. And then which ones would it be? Respiratory contents. So not actions, not commit status, not pull requests, but it would be, I just copy all of this. I'm gonna give it a screenshot. Account permissions. Just paste all the options in. Which ones do I pick? Why is that one photo taking forever to upload? I think that was the top one. So that was this one. Which one do I pick? Oh, content. So read and write, and then metadata. Everything else is fine. Generate token. Now I take this off screen. Now you guys get brain rot. Hold on. Okay. So I created a new token. So I'm gonna say I created in my .env a GitHub, what do I call it? GitHub repo token. A GitHub repo token with a GitHub token that has permission to my GitHub repo, story engine, repository contents, read and write permissions. This should make it so you can commit and push current changes to my GitHub. Please set up a utility file you can use to add files, commit changes, and push them to the repo. That should work? Question mark? Let's see. See what Bolt says. You need to add your repo URL to your env file. Okay. Back to brain rot for a sec. I need to create a new token. Bolt story engine push access for bolts. Expires in 30 days. Select repos. Story engine. Respiratory permission. Content. Read and write. Generate token. Copy. Close. Go back to. I'm not showing any of this, right? Yeah, I'm not. Okay. Go back to the env. Push this in. And then I need to make a GitHub repo URL, which takes the GitHub URL of this. So I need a GitHub repo URL equals this. Let's add this. Okay. I think this works. Let's try it. So, okay, I added the URL to the env and the token. By the way, I know I leaked my token earlier. I just deleted it and started a new one, so don't even try it. Please, trust me. I added the URL to the env. My mic was far away again. I added the URL to the env and the token. Please add all the changes we did. Push it to GitHub. Is it possible for you to read all the changes in comparison to the GitHub to make the changes too? I already got your SSN about a SYN swap. Changing my number too. Don't even try it, cuz. See if this works. Should really make it like a separate util file. Run it and do it for me. Files should now be pushed to GitHub. Did it work? Oh, it did work. Cool. What are all the commits it did? Oh, is it already pushing all of this for us? I didn't even know. I might have made that for no reason. Oh, it seems to do all of it for us automatically. Damn, I'm about to. Well, that's good to know. I am going to spin up Cloud Code. Oh my god. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Okay. Git pull. Guess I just made that whole like GitHub migration script for no reason. It's good to know. Okay, now we're gonna spin up Cloud Code and we're gonna like fix this whole thing up. So what I'm gonna do first is I love taking repo prompt and grabbing the repo prompt and using this to grab everything, and then I can select everything. Our current go base is about 40K. So because we wrote documentation from the earlier Cloud Code, it knows everything we need. We have the super base authentication system built into it already. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to First, I want to break down. I want to make this a lot more modular. I'm not really sure how. So I'm gonna have O3 do it for me. I want to make this code a lot more modular, especially when it comes to creating worlds, auth, creating worlds, AI services, calls, auth, all of that. All the different AI functions, calls, schemas, ect should be in its own file, broken down. And there's another thing that was really big that I wanted to make smaller. Also, let's get rid of this Git service. I really don't want it. Yeah, get rid of the Git push stuff. And then all the different AI functions, call schemas. Oh, it was the types. I also need types to be own folders, so it's easier to work with. What's the high level overview of this? Copy that. I'm gonna go to O3. It should have access to all my files. I'm gonna paste that in. So first I asked for the high level overview, and then I'm gonna take this to O3 in cursor. And then I'm gonna have O3 in cursor do this because it does a really good job at doing that. I tried making like Claude Code, make it more modular, and it just kind of messed up the system. I'm not sure why. So we're gonna take this. And then cool, now I have the high level overview. And then I have a prompt that takes the high level overview and converts it into a smaller prompt. So we're gonna take this, run that up. I really don't think Bolt is good for backend stuff. It's being really annoying. So I think I'm just gonna use it for front end. Should be good for front end. It should be okay for front end. I think all that matters is we could deploy on Bolt and it shows the badge. Alright, so now we have like this whole thing going on. And I do like his strategy for making our modular. So we have modules. We have the world module for worlds, bounding context, arc, beats, events, auth. We have the AI for the different layers. We have the open AI client. It's actually open router, so I'm gonna fix that. I guess if you leave it at open AI. And then we have the different schemas for world arc, dynamic beat summaries. We have the different prompt templates we're gonna be using in the services. We got shared for world type. So this is all good. This is fantastic. This is a good modular structure for us to use. And then I'm gonna take this high level overview, I'm gonna paste it into O3 Max, and that's gonna do magic for us. Now in the meantime, I was looking at the open pipe requests, and while that is working our code modular, we're gonna work on the second part, which is fixing what this looks like. So one thing we're gonna fix is the whole thing is we have to fix the AI services so that the proper context is included in LLM calls when we're working with it. From our AI debugs on OpenPipe, so first thing I noticed, so when it comes to actually creating the arc, this is good. It shows the world and the input seed, so I think this is fine. However, when progressing an arc, this was the user prompt. We need to include the world information in this prompt. So we need to include the world description. We need to include the world description in this prompt. And then it's not showing the names of the previous beats properly. If the previous beats or anchors properly, it shows up as undefined. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think as long as my code shows the bolt badge, I think it'll be okay. Okay, it is in the settings under knowledge. Okay, cool. Shout out Bolt for quick responding. That's great customer service. Would recommend. So there is a settings part here. You said it's under settings. Okay, so we could see the different chats. I want to show the token usage. We can show the tokens we have left. And then we have our super base connected to this app. Okay, so we have a global system prompt and a project prompt. So this is where we could add the more specific things. So that's really good to know. That'll be very, very useful when it comes to making the UI. So what we could do is we could use Claude Code to set up the code base nice and modular. And then we could make it so it's really easy to do like front end UI things. And then we could add all the instructions on how to work with the front end UI here so that we could use Bolt for creating the front end and interacting with the API and the server. So that makes this easier to work with. I got hella follows today. What's up, gang? I'm so locked in right now. How do I ban this guy? Yo, Far, I'm gonna give you moderator, and I want you to ban random people who do shit like this, yeah? Have fun. Ban his ass! Actually, I guess I could do it. How do I? Okay. Or Gucci. Okay. Cloud is already done? Oh. npm install Zod. Oh. Okay, so I made it nice and modular. What about the AI stuff? I feel like it's not. So they created this shared. Oh, I made an src/AI thing. And then what about the prompts that we wanted? Should have moved all the prompts. Okay. We need to break up all the services to fit the system too. So I'm like, we still have utils, we still have services, we still have this old API. We still have all the old backend logic. Every prompt, completely untouched, should be moved to a prompts folder following original schema, original src schema. It should look like this. And ensure that our old backend works with this new refactor. We got a different arc. So we have our logger here. So definitely didn't take our old one. Gotta fix that up. I want the backend modular too. That's like the most important part. Or the AI service stuff. We don't have schemas and we don't have client. I'm happy about the progress though. I wish I could show like if it loaded in. That would be nice to show. See if this finishes up. See if we could fix that real quick. This looks good though. Let me accept all of these real quick. Let me see if I could fix this real quick. So that'll update this. Oh, this is good plots. Okay, so we got a really strong base. Work on this. I think the next update to do is to make it so we could actually add the knowledge graph long-term memory system for specific details in the story. We have the general story being made, and so it's really easy to pull from the overarching story and build games and narratives on top of that. Seems like from the way the current system is structured, we are able to add different important parts of the story. Wait for this to finish up real quick. I'm letting it cook. I'm letting him cook. I'm letting him cook. Okay, so if you npm run dev from here, let's run npm run dev debug. It's not gonna launch the server. Hold on. npm run dev debug is not launching. Now our local host is loading empty screen and we get no logs on the front end. It should be running the backend and the server, but this isn't showing anything right now. See if we can speed run this real quick. Come on, 03. Yeah, we did get far. So yes, next stream we're gonna work on the actual long-term RAG memory part of this. Well, the whole plan was week 1 we work on the actual engine. We got 75% of the engine done. We need long-term memories and long-term details and like the world details of the story as it progresses to add it to the lore and create like this whole book of what's going on. It seems like we could dynamically add things based on what is going on. And then let me see. We'll fix that. Oh, okay. So if I log in, oh, I don't have those in my super base from Bolt. That's why. Give me one sec. So if I grab, I don't know, I'm frozen on the side. So if I grab the Vite super base URL and the key, take that to local, add it to my env, and then npm run dev, and then launch this. Then we should be able to log in. And then it fails to get world states. So screenshot this and then be like, we failed to get world states. When loading a world. And we have to fix the logger after the refactor, so all the logs show. But we have everything nice and split, so it's easy to work with. Okay. I'm gonna end stream there. Then we're gonna run this shit up on Wednesday. You have an overarching vision of where you want to go, or is it unfolding as you go? I actually posted a video on Twitter where I want to go, but the whole point is this is an infinite creative storytelling engine. So the whole vision is I want to make a D&D game where players could just hop in and they join this infinitely progressing story. So this is the narrative engine of a game. So this controls the entire story of what's going on in the game. In my case, I want to make like a D&D. I want to make a D&D AI game where people could hop in, join, there's items, there's lore, all of this shit unfolds. As players play the game, they contribute to the greater world story. So that is like the ultimate vision. I will be streaming next on Wednesday at 10 a.m. PST for 4 hours, so tune in if you guys want to watch. And then, yeah, I will post updates. As this goes through. Yeah, I'm running late for a call, so I'm gonna hop in that before they get mad at me. But yeah, thanks guys for joining. This is day 1 out of like 10 or something.